Cool. It works. That's good. My theory works. Hopefully audio works okay though. But we shall see. Unfortunately something went wrong. Really? Seriously? Okay, chat, so let's see if I can reconnect. I wonder if I can like reconnect. Discord read only, restream. Wow, so I can't even reconnect. They're all illuminated. It's saying I'm offline. Now it's saying I'm online. How the fuck's restream meant to work then? Okay, so I'm there clearly. Obviously I don't know how the audio is. I'll have to hope that somebody comes in and lets me know whether I'm too loud or too quiet, but I've got to get this fucking restream chat going. Let's see if it can. Okay, so 6 of them have connected this time. Okay, so maybe I've got to wait like maybe a minute and a half or something before I start that shit. So obviously I don't know. My own music's too loud. Is Pretzel playing? Yep, Pretzel is playing. Good stuff. Anyway. What the fuck was I doing? I was working on the pewter, I think. Did I pull the sprites in on this? Yeah, shit, have I got A sprite installed? A-S-E. Nope, can't spell. My caps lock's on. Ace is A-E-S sprite. Have I not got Ace Sprite installed? Ace Sprite, come on. I've got to have Ace Sprite. No, fuck, I've got Sprite Illuminator installed, but I don't have fucking Ace Sprite. I don't have Ace Sprite installed. Okay, so download my copy of Ace Sprite from my Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle. Ooh, coding. Yes, I'm using sort of you know the whole, well, you probably don't know, but the whole affiliate thing where Twitch wants everything all to themselves, and it bores the crap out of people who watch my Twitch playing games. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just bang it out to Mixer and Periscope, YouTube, yada yada yada, and all that crap. And then if anyone's interested in it, they can come along and watch and talk and all that crap. Not that it's crap, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, where's my purchases for Ace Sprite? Oh, come on, Humble Bundle, stop being a dick. Sprite. Yes, spinning around. Nothing found, really? No. Don't give me that bullshit. Hey, Sam. A-E-S. I'm sure it's A-E-S. Oh, that's fucking Total War. Keys? No, it's not under keys. How the fuck do you spell this? I am coding in GML, which is very much like Basic mixed with... Yeah, I know. I'm here. Woo! It depends on how you look at it. You can do pure scripting code. Okay, what I'm doing at the moment, I don't know how old you are, Cryptic Owl, and I don't know whether you were into retro stuff back in the day, if you're a little bit aged like me, or you might be into retro stuff and you're not aged like me. But basically, what I'm doing is... Let me bring this browser over. Back in the day, there was a pewter called a Commodore 64. One of these things, which I still have 3 of them behind my green screen. When I was a kid, I say kid, 14 upwards. Oh, thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. Obviously, I'm only going to be streaming on a Sunday when I'm doing my coding. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, basically, back in the day, there was a Commodore 64. And on the Commodore 64, there was a game called Parallax that I liked, which was like this. Okay, I can't really find a big picture of it. But basically, that was the game. So I like doing clones because all the graphics is done because I'm shit with game art. So I like doing clones. So basically what I ended up doing was I started cloning Parallax. Now, to give you an idea, I had to do various things like, when this opens up, so the Parallax map you can see there's blue, it was all made of tiles, yada 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 yada. So I ended up rebuilding the whole of the game, tile based type thing, ripped it to bits, got the map going, and then, come on, turn off, because you're fucking slow as shit when you're open. Then I'm gonna turn the intro off. I'll turn the intro off for now, just so I can get the game running. Now, bearing in mind, this is like a picture of the game itself. You know, you can Google image search all these pictures anyway. Oh shit. So things are impressive. It's like, for me, I'm always feeling inferior to other people who are heavy coders. It's like I've had various things released on my let me just go to my, no, trust me to go to the .co.uk. Now it's flickering because the shader for some reason is fucked on my graphics card. I don't know why, but if I run this on my laptop or another machine, I don't get this shader bullshit. But basically, you know, that's the game cloned, if you like, on the PC. You know, you can land, you can fire with shift, you know, it's just the basic backbone at the moment. And what I have a tendency to do is I write a part that I need and then snap it into the main game. But like I said, I've got to fix the shader, because it just, as you can see, it's flicking purple and blue, and that's fucking annoying. Oh, I've got out of the ship. Didn't want to get out the ship. Shit, I've got out the ship. See a little guy there on the floor? That's obviously, you can get out the ship and stuff like that. But if you look on my website, you know, I've sort of done a few little games. I've been in the Ludum Dares. I've done some intros. Started a game on the Commodore 64. Started writing Sky Kid. I completed Video Meanies. That's another clone that I did, which was originally on the Commodore 64. No, Commodore 16. I started an overhead game, but I didn't have anyone to do the graphics for me, so I knocked that one on the head. And then obviously, like you see, I'm doing Parallax as well. So yeah, I enjoy a little bit of dabbling in the code, but obviously I only do it for small things, because not everyone finds it of any interest, sort of thing. So yeah. And also, being a creator, you always feel what you're creating is never good enough. Alright, so let me find what this Ace sprite is called, because I need to install it on here. Can't spell. A-S-E-S-P-R-I-T. Okay, so now to spell the damn thing. I can go and download it from my Humble Bundle. There it is. April 16th, 2016. Wow. Download this one, the installer. Save. Install. Yes, thank you. because weirdly, I prefer to use Sprite to edit my graphics than I do using the built-in friggin' sprite editor, which is a pain in the fucking ass to use. Launch Sprite. Because Sprite's quite cool. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, if you ever want to talk shit about coding, you know where I am. Yeah, let's reduce this in size. What the fuck did you just go? There you are there. Okay, I'll leave you over here out the way, so you're not off the screen. And all I'm doing here at the moment is in the game Parallax. You can get out of the plane and you go into the science rooms. Yeah, I touched Unity. I started doing a horse racing game, and I just went way over my head, and I put it on pause at the moment, but I touched a little bit of C as well. Scripting, no matter what language you're in. It's not easy and it's not hard. It depends on how you address it. But the science room, for the most part, is going to be a room that you get out of the plane, spaceship, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And basically, as you sort of go into the space room and you go to the computer would appear over on the right hand side. At the moment, I've just got it so that these are it picks a random room layout and just dumps the positions the way it is. So that's all that is. But that's all I'm doing, just working on this. I've got some variables and shit like that I need to put into the game. Obviously I'm looking on a different monitor for all my stuff over here. So tell me, because last time when I tried last weekend to do this, my volume was fucked up and all that crap. I've decided to use my normal Friday, Saturday streaming setup to do this, so I'm assuming the audio sounds okay. I'll have to turn my fucking phone onto silent, because I normally do that when I'm streaming as well on a Thursday. Thursday? I don't stream on a fucking Thursday. Friday and Saturday. So I've got to pull in my text and stuff on the quiet side, yeah, because I need to. Okay, let me know if that's any better. No, I know what you meant. It's a little quiet on the quiet side, like, yeah, like being on the dark side. But I've just turned it up a little bit, so let me know if that's better or whether I'm blur enough, because I'm not touching my mixer because that's set for my stream on a Friday and a Saturday. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where's my fucking text? Yeah, okay, cool. Appreciate that. Can you hear the music in the background as well? Because I've got Pretzel running, but I don't know how loud the background audio is, the music playing in the background, if you can hear it. Not pictures, that's what I need. It's funny because the chat text is here, but if you reply, it toasts bottom right hand corner of that monitor, so I can still see what you're saying. Okay. See my notes here? Scientists run around aimlessly. I've got all these notes that I need to... I've ripped out of the game, basically, and sort of broke it all down into what would appear on text and shit. And turn up the music a little bit. Okay. Is a bit low. Let me actually remote into the laptop, because knowing me, I am gonna fuck that up. Hold on 1 second. See, it's at 8% now. That's 10%. Cool. Okay. Let me know if that music sounds okay, because the I want a bit of music in the background for when I'm like quiet. But 10% might be too loud. 8% might be too low. Oh shit! I've just realised I could do this a different way around. Actually, if I turn that back down. Whoa! I just fucking muted the bastard thing. If I put that back down to 8%, and then turn that up a little bit, and the music should be getting a little bit louder. The music should be getting a little bit louder. Is it too loud? Let me know, and I'll turn it back down. If you've just had to rip your headphones out of your ears because it was too loud, clearly it was too loud. And then if that's fine, I can then close my remote session. Yeah, good for you. Okay, I'll close my remote session. So yeah, I just need to get this text in as base text, really. Music is fine. Science room. But I need some basics. Because the computer bank and the computer shop are the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They both got 7 lines. And it's 12 by 10. 7 leaves me 3, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. So if I've got 10 letters, I could have so basically we'll have computer block, no, computer block 1. No, if I have this in an array, computer block 1, line 1, because then I can pick, yeah, because then if I say computer block text, like computer shop is block 1, computer bank is 2, and stuff like that. So, and there's 10 lines. So if I go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that one will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Shit, I hate that. Trust me to do it that way. So it's gonna have to be 0 through 1, 2. I don't want the number 10 at the end because it makes all the text go all fucked up and shit like that. Pardon me. Okay, so that would be the 10 lines. Then we would have like welcome to, then a space, then computer bank. Please insert. Don't really need it in capitals though. So that would like be the first one, and then the second one if it was called upon. Because oh shit, I'm just going to end up doing this for testing purposes. Because that one was, the next one is the computer shop. Welcome to computer shop. That would then be blank. Press the button. Because oh shit, is that right? Yeah, because this text will basically appear in. Oh shit! I need to create an object as well. I need to create an object for that computer base screen. And it is literally called computer. So we will just copy this. So that would be what appears. Oh shit, I just realized I need to also run my server because that will update as I go. Okay, what am I doing? I need to put in right, it's so I can get the positioning right. Might need to change the size as well. See what I've got to do. That creates the scientist hut, and then this creates the. No, don't. Well, the computer doesn't appear till. Yeah, the computer doesn't appear till you actually touch. But so that I can actually position it right, because it doesn't actually appear till you touch one of the wall things. But I still need to actually make the thing appear so I can see where it's going. That's fine for that. That's okay at the moment. So that should create. Man, my brain gets all phasey at times, and this is going to appear over there, and then I'm going to have to move it over. Okay, so where is my? Oh shit! You guys aren't going to be able to see this. See, the advantage I've got is the way I've got the software configured. I can change this real time. I wonder if I do this, just so you guys can see. You can see the position in there, whereas if I move this and then save it, it should move over. Should. No, it didn't want to. Oh, yeah. Because I'm not monitoring. Where's it gone? It's in the globals. I thought it was in the global. It's not that one. Yeah, because that object's already placed in the map, so it's not that one. Did I create the scientist hut, which should create that? That shouldn't need to be in here, should it? See, this new extension I'm using gives you real-time updates. So if I change that to 300, save, yeah, okay, it moves over. So as you can see there, if I now change that to 400, save, it'll move over. So the position would need to be up. No, maybe down. I'm going to end up having to double the size of the sprite because it's going to end up being bigger than that. I'll probably start at 420, so the computer would appear there and come all the way down. Okay, it did. It dropped all the different links in my PJ's Gone Live. Cool, that works. That's what I wanted it to do, put them all in there. And it did, yay! Alright, anyway, so now I need to change the size of that. But, before I go anywhere, I need to add it into... Is it here? No. Where the fuck's it gone? Oh, it's in here. Yeah. That's what I had to do. So I need to set this one as being live. I'm going to end up having to get rid of that now. I don't need that. I need to stop and recompile though. Otherwise I'm not going to see the changes in the graphics. I really wish I could do it so that it, like Gamemaker Studio, had like a preview window or something. So this probably needs to be twice as wide, well not quite twice, but 80% bigger, I want to say. Thought I could change that from pixels to, oh yeah, there we go. So if it needs to be 80% bigger, I knew that was going to do that. It's pulled it, and it fucking pulled it, and you pain in the ass. Oh shit, it's also gone 80% backwards, so I needed to do... If I want to go 80% bigger, I need to do 180, don't I? Not 80% of it. This is why I changed, this is why I had this copy. So I can actually delete that now. And then duplicate this one as a copy, and then rename that one back. Rename. Then reassign it to this. Okay, so as you can see, what would have been the text, I didn't want the text on there, but stupid A-sprite, he says. So that would have to be 180% then, yes? Agree? So that was 180%. Yeah, it would look like that there. Maybe down a little bit though. Because the point, the thing I'm trying to get to... Oh, why did I close that browser? So if I go Parallax Science Room, I can't spell. Let me see if I can find a picture just to show you. No, guess I can't. Because you normally go, you leave the ship, you set your shit up, and you leave the ship, but there's no bloody pictures. Maybe it's not the science room. I know it's a room. Just trying to find one so I can show you without having to fire up the friggin' emulator. No, not gonna have much joy here. Nope, okay. Well, you have to take my word for it. That's pretty much what it looks like. Need to bring it down though on the Y. So probably about 90. Oh, too far. Ooh, too far. But yeah, this extension that I've got, this Gamemaker Studio. Normally what you've got to do is you make your changes, compile a program, see what it looks like. If it's not the way you want it, you have to stop it, change, recompile, this extension that I use allows literally real-time changes, which is quite cool. I'm only going to be streaming for a little bit anyway. I've got to take the dog out at 6, which you may experience on the 10 o'clock on the Friday, Saturday streams. Okay, so I'm going to have to edit this sprite again. So if I open an Explorer, and then I will edit. So I'm going to have to copy that to that. Does it have a similar name? It does have a similar name. So I'm going to open this in Ace Sprite. So we go open with, and it's not even fucking listed. It's Ace Sprite. You're not even listed there. Open with. Is that because I didn't? No, I did run it. Things fucking running there. Okay, let's find out where Ace Sprite is installed. Oh, just there, conveniently. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is replace all the colours, because I've got a standard colour set. Don't need the preview. And I hope I have it. Don't think I've got it on this PC. Hold on, let me go to my flappy laptop. So now it's on the desktop on the laptop. So I normally do a lot of my development on the laptop because it's just nice and comfortable being on my knee while I'm watching the TVs with the wife. There you are, there. Level, colors, copy. Go to my repo and then go paste. Go commit. Bit of a tip for you if you are going to get into programming and game making and stuff like that, and if you're in different locations, obviously not under the same roof, set yourself up a Git repository or SVN repository or something that you can store all your code, your revisions and shit like that, because there's going to be times when you need to roll back because you fucked up or something like that. So make sure you set yourself up a Git repo. The fucking thing's just restored itself because I updated my repo. See what I'm saying? So now if I go edit, it'll be blank. Oh no, it wasn't. Making a fucking liar out of me. Oh, it resized the fucking thing, I bet you. Okay. Yeah, you can break things a lot as well though, that's the only downside. Okay, so don't use like Google Drive, Dropbox, shit like that. The good thing with repositories is you can roll back. You can go off in different. Let's say, for example, you both decide to do the same section of the game, for example, and you're like, well, I want to do it this way, and they're like, well, I want to do it that way. You can do a split, and you can both do it, and you could then commit to the one that ends up being the best. Not the best, but the one that works out, and then you commit that one. Just look up Git repositories or SVN repositories and you'll see what I'm talking about. They can be a little bit complicated to get started with, but for the most part, Git repositories are the way to go. And welcome, by the way. Right, what was I gonna do? Confused the crap out of myself now. Yeah, I'm about to edit this picture. Open with, choose app. Now Ace Sprite is listed on there, so we've got the Ace Sprite. Did I actually close that before? Yeah, I did. Load palette. just put this over here real quick, because that's another thing when you stream. File structures and shit like that can be a little bit private. So, where is my repo folder? Fucking hell, I've got the hiccups. There it is there. Okay, so I've just loaded the old default palette. I'm now going to save as the default palette. Now the palette I'm using on this are the standard colours that are in the game. Now one of the things that's very much easy to do with something like Ace Sprite, say for example that blue looks like that blue, but it's not really that blue. See, it's two different blues. It looks the same blue, but when you actually get close up, it's not. Now, one of the things I found easy when I'm doing graphic replacing, especially with Ace Sprite, because you can't actually see the pixel because there's a fucking cross in the way. I basically do all my colouring with the colours I want to replace. Like, see, I'm doing this as pink. You're like, why are you doing it as pink? Why? You don't want to do pink. And then I do Shift R for replace, and then I take the blue and I put it like sort of there, and then it replaces the pink with the blue. Much easier, because you can see the pink better underneath the crosshair. It's just a cheat way of doing it. Yeah, Ace Sprite's a decent little pixel type graphics editor. I use Photoshop and shit like that, but for the most part for this, it's just easier. But this is all the boring shit. Obviously not for you guys, because you guys are into this, but for the most part, a lot of people don't like watching all this, and this is why I didn't really do it on Twitch. Because everyone's like, oh my god, this is boring, go and play the multiplayer games again. No. Otherwise I'll never fucking get this done. Plus I need more videos on my YouTube. That's going to be smaller content, because when I upload all my Twitch shit to YouTube, it's like 8 hours. No fucker's going to be watching that. So right, that needs to go here. I need it basically transparent. Okay, I'll go from this corner. Nah, close enough. Finish that off in a minute. Herbs of Steel. Yeah, I know, but that's why I sort of figured I'd do this on a Sunday, a couple of hours every Sunday, because like I've said on Twitch, the reason I only stream on a Friday and Saturday, because the rest of my life is spent with the wife, and a happy spouse is a happy house, basically. So I'll do my gaming on a Friday and Saturday, do a little bit of coding on Sunday just for a couple of hours, chill, watch a bit of TV, and then later on we'll both probably play a bit of Elder Scrolls, because we both play that, so it's all good. Yeah, but that's the thing as well, if I'm sort of concentrating on this and a bit of background music going, the music I've got playing that you guys can't hear for copyright reasons is like dance and trance, because I like all that. That is my chill music. But basically it's just nice to be able to just jaw-jack with somebody rather than being sort of like all, you know, keeps me awake And all this that I'm doing here is going to end up going transparent. All this black needs to go because the science room itself is black, so I don't need black on the computer. Because all I'll do is I'll basically do that, move over to here, see the way it picks the transparent colour, just like ta-da! But for now I'll leave it as pink so I can see what I'm doing. It's an easy way to do a colour replace. So yeah, if you guys are going to be doing any gaming and shit like that, by all means DM me some links in Discord, and you know I'll test shit for you and break shit for you. I have a tendency to break shit. I do actually have a hidden. There's me and 4 other guys. I've got a coders section in my Discord, but it's hidden from everybody else in my Discord except me and the other 3 guys, and the rest of my Discord's hidden from those guys because they don't want anything to do with it, sort of thing. And we all basically code in Gamemaker Studio, but we like talking about coding and shit like that. So you know, maybe when you start getting stuff going and you want to show stuff and get a couple of those guys to check out what you're doing, and as much as they will probably say, oh my god, Unity's too complicated for them, you know, they'd try shit for you. So if you want that avenue unlocked, I can sort that out so that you've got access to the coders lounge, as I've called it. Like I said, there's only us 3 in there at the moment, but we'll cross that bridge whenever. Probably end up trimming that off the edge. Yeah, it is. I've been coding since I was 15, 14, I want to say. Because like back in the day, I know I showed you the page before. Back in the day, I really need to change that .co.uk to .com so it fucking remembers. Back in the day, I was in like a group, should we say, and I did 2 like front ends for the games. You know, the games back in the day used to get cracked and shit like that, and you'd have the front ends and whatever. And a friend of mine did the graphics, and then I did the code in the background. Again, I'm shit with graphics and music. I'm good with code, but I'm just shit when it comes to graphics. And you know, if someone says to me, "Hey, I need X, Y, and Z doing in code," I can do it. But if someone says and draw a picture with that, I'd be like, no, go fuck yourself, because I can't. I'm shit. But yeah, back in the, like I said, 14, 15 I think I was, and I'm now 46. So it's I've been coding for quite a while. And one thing you've got to remember when you do start coding, and this is a voice of experience, and a lot of my other friends will agree with me on this one. A lot of forums these days to do with coding, they're full of what I call elitists, and unless you're coding the way they code, everything you do is wrong. And they won't tell you the correct way to do it, they will just tell you it's wrong. No, I wouldn't do it that way. And then that's the end of the forum post. It's like, well, how the fuck would you do it then? And that's another reason why it becomes a little bit more intimidating, because there's fuckers out there who think they know it all. It's like, hell, if I know a workaround to get something to work, I don't care whether it's coded fucking efficient or not. It's not like I'm a AAA fucking game writer. If it works, it fucking works. Oh, and by the way, welcome to me being sober. I don't drink on a Sunday. So you're seeing me stone cold sober. It's interesting, isn't it? I ain't got my hair gelled or nothing. You're seeing the real me. All this drunken shit that you see on a Friday and Saturday. How was your stream last night, by the way? Because I seen you streaming. I can't remember what the hell you were streaming though. But I know you were streaming last night. How did it go last night? Was it enjoyable? Okay, so that's all pink. So I can now replace that. So that is your basic. So if I now save, that was it. I knew it began with a F. I just couldn't remember what it was. Could have been fart. Died a lot too. Forest. Why do I know the name Forest? Apart from one of the guys that comes into my Discord's called Forest. But I think, have I got that game? Let me just check my Steam. I've got that many fucking games, I don't know. No, it's a game I don't actually have. Wow. Fuck me, that's... F-O-R-E-S-T. Oh, it's on my wish list. I don't own it yet. Yeah, The Forest. Okay. I've got too many games. Have you seen my Steam games list? I don't think I've showed you, have I? Yeah, I remember seeing it. Remember it looked good, and I thought, yeah, because you know, 7 Days to Die, Conan Exiles, and all that crap. Oh, it's Vive as well. Yeah, Vive. I wonder what the movement is in Vive though, because I can't do. I've got to do teleport. I can't do moving. Yeah, look, I'll show you. I'll drag my profile. I got to like there's my Steam profile, and you can see how many games I've got. I got far too many fucking games to play. Okay, that's gone now. That's very upsetting when I look at that. Okay, so let me minimize that. Now, this needs to be copied. Yeah, I know. Well, it's not sad, it's what you do with it. And I clearly don't do enough with them. And there's times when I'll sit there and I'm like, I'm still bored. I've got nothing to do. But the downside is I buy a lot of bundles, so I'll have one game that I want and the other 6 games that come with it. It's like, fuck it. And a lot of the duplicates I get, I do giveaways while I'm streaming, like I did one last night. Pardon me. Did a giveaway because I end up with duplicates, so I just give them away once a month. Okay, so this is now created a new... This is going to confuse the crap out of me now because I've got 2 layers. Okay, so if I go... If I save this, save as... I'm just on a different screen here, just bear with me. I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, so I open that location, change that to PNG, and then replace, press escape. Okay, so that does that. It's the first layer, and then save it to here as well, save as, overwrite that one, escape. Okay, so that's updated both of those graphics. So now, when I quit this, now if I hit stop, that, okay, see, that's now updated for me and it now looks the correct way, and then if I go in and edit the image, it's in there. Still need to change the size. No, do I need to change the size? I don't know whether I need to change the size or not. No, I changed it, didn't I? Okay, so the computer would appear there, and then so the spacebar still does its thing. I need text appearing in here now. That's what I need. So now, do I do it in script base? No, no. I think I'll link. See the way I've got a little number 1 appear in there? That's just so the different types of rooms. So I might just have it so that, because I think that one is the computer and that one is the shop. I think I'd have to play the game to remember. Okay, so where's the objects? Objects. Okay, so the computer base, which is positioned correctly, but I also need. Okay, we've got 10. Shit, I just realised as well. The X's and the Y's are going to be the same throughout, I think. Because you've got 10 lines. This is the positioning line. Oh shit, line 1 X equals whatever for now. 50 line 1. Can't type fucking line 1. Line 1 Y equals 50. Now there's 10 lines, and each one's got to position correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I need to do it. For fuck's sake, I'll call it line 0. 3, 3, 4, 4, no 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, shit, 9, 9. So it's 10 lines, but it looks all nice and sexy now. Why is that not turned blue? There we go. And then in here, I want to do this as a draw end. I think it's going to be a draw end. Draw text, because you've got 10 lines of that. Yes, I know you're going to have an error. So where did I create there? So just for my own sanity, I'm just going to pull the text into here so I can see. Now the room itself, did I space game? It just restarts. Where did I generate the random number? The room choice. Okay, so room choice, which is in the scientist hut. Room choice. So I need the scientist hut room choice. Did I have a space in it? I had an underscore. Okay, so that would be. So basically, whatever room has been choiced. I need another drink. So, depending on the room choice, then the line. So this would be then line 0, Y, comma, the text. That makes sense? So basically, oh shit, I just said that makes sense and Alexa's gone, oh, what are you saying? But no, just go to sleep, Alexa. Let me go and get a drink. Yeah, I'll go and get a drink of juice or something like that. So I'm thirsty. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. The program just crashed and said, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, no worries. Go and enjoy yourself your dinner. I had a Subway, so I'm not actually hungry at the moment, but go and enjoy your dinner. And like I said, you're welcome to swing by when I'm streaming, and just DM me on Discord if you want to bounce some ideas back and forth or whatever. It's all good. But for now, I'm going to go and get a fresh drink. I will be back in a moment. Right. Where was I? Oh, ow. Pants are falling down. Not the right, really. I'm back. Anyway, right, so I'm gonna have to do this room per room. So realistically, I need 10 lines. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can do a cut and paste on these now. Don't need to do that one. Change this though, otherwise it's gonna... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I don't actually need this last one. No choice. So these are now going to be 1, 2. Shit, no, I might as well just do this. That is going to be 2. 3 is already there. 4, 5 is already there. Off. 6, 7. copy and pasting when you're doing coding. That would be room choice 9. And then technically, shit, I'm gonna run out of variables. No, I'm not, because the line stays the same. Computer banking and then computer shop. So I'm actually just going to copy. That would be there. You also doubt yourself a lot when it comes to programming. And plenty of time you hit play, so to speak, and when it works first time, it shocks the shit out of you. Because you're like, okay, that wasn't meant to happen first time. The birdie's flying over. So, depending on what room choice... Well, it wouldn't activate either until you... Oh shit, maybe, because you might end up being in... No, I'm going to need an extra variable because, for example, in this room there's a computer bank and a computer shop and they're both in room 7. So I need to think how the hell I'm going to determine between the two. If that makes sense. I don't know how deep the array can go. I wonder if the array, how deep can these arrays go on Gamemaker Studio? Keep an eye on the time as well. I've got to take the dog out. Okay, so Jim has 2 arrays. Another thing, never be scared of using the internet. 1D arrays. Okay, you can do 2-dimensional arrays. So I could have, yeah. So okay, I can have as wide as I want. So technically, wait, I just realised I don't need that. Fuck, that's gonna break. Because I'm setting this up. The text is there. Oh, fuck. Text is there, so this would be... Oh, and you'll also use a lot of fucking notepad for copying and pasting shit. You will be using a lot of notepad as well. So technically it would be the room number would be object science hut room choice and then 0. Am I overthinking this? And that's another thing you'll do. You fucking overthink shit. It's going to be the room choice, the random room choice, and then if it is going to be 1 or 0. and then the line. So we'll have a comma, 0, and then the line. Because I don't need this, because it's all being set over here. No, here. It's being set here, because there's the text. But I wanted it separate so I've got different messages. Oh, fuck. It's gonna confuse the crap out of me. This is gonna confuse the shit out of me. Trying to think of a way. I'm gonna move that up there just so it doesn't get too close. Don't need that open. Okay, so that's. Why are you resetting your size? I don't need to reset your size. So it blocks that off, sets that up, setting that sort of message row, message 1, line. Go for the. It's still only going to be either computer bank or the computer shop. That's all the only things I get that you speak to. So really I could just have 0 and 1. So it would be still room 1, room 2, and then it'd either be 0 for the computer bank or 1 for the computer shop. No, that's giving me an error because I can't do. That's like 3 dimensions. That's 3 dimensions. That I don't know. Fuck. So I can't do it that way then. I'm just gonna have to have it in a way that if it detects. Yeah, no worries. Go and have your food. Yeah, it is around that time, 6 o'clock. Enjoy your food, and thanks for hanging out. And I hope you have the rest of your Sunday is as enjoyable as it should be. Have a good one, and see you soon. Okay, so walk into the room. The room would be randomly generated as you walk in, or I don't know whether it's going to be random or not. Can't remember whether the original game is random or they're fixed, but we'll see. So you walk into the room, depending on where the computer is, or depending on where the bank is. If you touch the bank, enjoy. Hope you have something nice to eat, something warm. Well, depending on what your weather's like. We're in the 60s at the moment. So if you walked into the room, you would touch one or the other, depending on what you touched, depending on what reply or populated. I suppose. Yeah, no, I know what I'll do. I'll have this code. I know what I'll do. Okay, so I'm creating the code in. I need to be creating the base text. None of this. As this gets created, the text here, these get created with nothing, and then in the huts, these, depending on which one it is, are the ones that populate. Yeah, I'll do it that way. or knows what I'm doing. The computer's always going to have 10 lines of code, 10 lines of text, I mean, no matter what goes in there, and it's going to be the other routines that populate that text. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Nope, someone's just someone's just joined my Discord. Whoever's just joined my Discord, you need to read the rules and type exclamation point understood, and the rest of the Discord will be open to you. Well, not obviously the rest of it, but sections of it. Anyways, okay, so the computer base, because it is the base of the computer, needs to have this in the create, so we can do, we need that, and then these are all going to be blank to start with. So then the code is going to be computer base, computer block, and it's always going to be 0. It doesn't need to even be, it doesn't even need to be 1, because in fact I don't need a double variable either, do I? Thinking about it. I need a single itemed array. Single itemed array. I'm gonna have a ponder on that though. I'm gonna take the doggy for a walk just out in the back garden, so I'm only gonna be gone maybe 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. Obviously I'll put my be right back screen on. I haven't got my YouTube one configured and all that crap yet, because I don't really, that's my gaming side. So I'll just put my be right back screen on, and if someone turns up, they'll just have to wait until I return. But it should only be about 5 or 10 minutes, something like that, taking the dog for a walk, so it shan't be too long. Okay, so where was I? This is going to be, yeah, like I was going to say, it only actually needs, it's a single dimension array. Computer-based computer block is blank. It's X and a Y, and then it can be pasted in on each one. So I think that really what I'd say is if that collides with the player, then turn just track. This is. I need to remove this track from the playlist. Oh, just did change. Right, these I also need to. No, it's still talking in the German. Let's get rid of that track. The Water Boys on. This is a good track. The Hole of the Moon. Let's do that right now. Let's start those gaining. Okay. What's these windows? Too many windows open. Okay, so you only need to copy, paste, 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 paste. Okay, so player was to crash into that. That's the computer. I think that's the computer bank, and then the other one is the shop. So if that one collides with me just for now, I'm just putting any old shit in. That's the computer shop. And it is, so just delete that space. Press the button. So that will then populate your computer base with text, because it starts off as being blank. But for positioning purposes, I'm going to do this so I get to see positioning, because I've got to move the text to roughly where the lines are going to be. So for now that'll just be there. Then in here it's just going to be purely just going to be like that, so I don't need that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit. What? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so I don't need the last one. And then I can change they need to be line 1, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7. I'm probably going to go stream till about 7 and then play a little bit of Elder Scrolls, I think, because that's probably when Wifey's going to play Elder Scrolls, and she also does the whole auction thing in Elder Scrolls as well. So these are going to get changed on the step so I can position them correctly. I'm going to need to stop and start just to get this going. The computer base is just going to display any old text for now. In fact, I can change the position on X and Y. That could probably be moved. It won't display now because it's not being monitored. Okay. The computer base gets created and then position them. So let's just see if I get any errors. Okay, I didn't get any errors. I need to position that. X position needs to be maybe 450 just so it's out the way. Again, you won't see it. Oh fuck, didn't want to do that either. That wasn't what I wanted to move. It was that one. See, all the text is in the obviously where it's meant to be. I just feel like there's something crawling on my hand. Let's just save that and make sure that moves over. No, mustn't be on draw end then. Change event. Draw. Is it draw end? Let's try draw GUI end. Stop and play that again. I'm needing the text to move. That's what I'm actually needing to do. For some reason. Okay, it moved. Because it's there now. So if I do 450 and save. Wash, okay. So. Oh. Okay, so that'll be line 0. It'd actually maybe be a bit closer to the edge. Nope, not that fucking close. And that could be 132, so all... yeah, whatever. 32. Turn my... You came to check on me. You came to check on me. Is that you that's lurking? Don't know whether that's you or somebody else who's lurking, Eugene. So that's line 0. If it's you, you'll have to chat in Mixer, Stream, Periscope, whichever one you want to pick. Anyone, pick anyone you like. Okay, so the X's, whoop, wrong one. They are all going to be 440 then. It's the Y's that are going to be different. So they're all going to be 440s. And then that could be 150. I've also got to change the font. 152, 172, 192, 212. Which space have I got left? Might have to condense them a little bit. 232, 252, 252, 272, 292, and 312. Let's see where they go. Way too. So I either need to reduce the font, make them a bit more condensed. PJ has gone live in Discord and all the other links, YouTube, Mixer, etc. are there. Only streaming for another 30 mins or so. Okay, so I could probably try to condense it. Pull them two up. So maybe 148. 46. Okay, so from 146 I'll go to 168. Oh, not high enough. 162. Okay, might get all these crammed in. 62. It's about 174. No, too high. 76. Okay, so we've gone up about 14 pixels between those two. So if I go 44 and then 14 pixels on 44 is 58. Pixels on 58. I fucking hate maths. 62, 72, and then 86. I think. Are they too cramped? Would you say they were too cramped? Don't know whether we'd say that was too cramped. But I'm managing to get all the lines in. So 14 on 186 is 190, so that's 200. And then 214, 228, 232, 242, 252, 256. Okay, I could probably move them down, maybe one pixel might be... No, I'll move them all down 1 pixel. So it'd be like 131, 145, 159. I should just do a fucking offset shit. 173, 180, bollocks, 187, 201, 215, 229, 243, 257. I'll move them all down by 1. That's not enough, and I don't like odd numbers either. I suppose I could put it down by 1 again. Close this page. Okay, so let's do 132, 46. Because it works out in even numbers much better. 74. I don't know why I use either the number pad or 202, 216, 230, 244, 258. It shifts that down by there. So if I'll also need to work the spacing out, won't I? I suppose I can put the real text in just so I've got a better idea. Oh, wrong one. I suppose I can close that now, I don't need that. Because I'll best also put the fucking font in as well. Otherwise, won't get to know what it looks like. So I may as well just do this as test text for now. Please copy. Space there as well, I didn't need space. And then that one blank. Save. Obviously the text isn't going to update until I reboot, restart, recompile. It's not that good. This needs to be set font. Set font. I think it's set font. No, it's not set font. It's font draw font. Draw font. It's something to do with the font. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's set font. It's draw set font. There we go. And I've got it Parallax font as 12. Okay, so let me just rerun this now that I've changed the font and all that good stuff. Wow, fits in quite well. Now I'm gonna have to space it, I suppose. Okay, this is gonna be a pain in the fucking ass. Because the the X, the Y will stay the same, but the X will be based on the length of the word that is in the text. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. For fuck's sake. You can't chat. You can't chat. Apparently, depending on if you go to Mixer, you can chat. If you go to Smashcast, Stream Me, YouTube. Because I'd be curious as to if you went to the YouTube live one, what the chat experience would be like for you in that instance. So try YouTube, youtube.com/PJGHangouts. I remember the game being centered text. I'm only going to be streaming for about another 20 minutes anyway, so I need to do small manageable chunks on YouTube, and as long as the audio works okay, I'm good. That's gonna fuck me off. That to do with the space in between these. The X is slightly off though, because it needs to go back, I think, a pixel 2. That's going to be line 1. Let me just change line 1's to 38 to see what it looks like. Is that line? Or was it this one? Is it that one? Yeah, that one. Yeah, 38 works better. I like 38. 38 has a little bit more to it. Oops, not 4,380. Fuck that. Still need to move them down by a pixel though. Or do I? Do I need to make the computer a little bit bigger, do you think? The actual, I suppose I could make that like 110%, but then I'm going to have to fuck about position and all that shit again. Hey Eugene, see? Works in YouTube as well. Yay! Yeah, so this is basically what I'm going to be doing on a Sunday for a couple of hours, a little bit of streaming. Otherwise, I'm never going to get this fucking project done. You haven't seen my Parallax, have you? It sounds the night it dies. But what I'm actually doing here is a prototype of the science room that is in the game Parallax. So basically, if I just save this out real quick, I'll show you the parallax that I've got to. Let me also, I'll do this for this main video, because that way, if anyone plays this YouTube video back, they'll see it as well. So basically, you would have remembered, you're the same age as me, or they're about the same age as me, you would remember the Commodore 64. So obviously I'll just load an emulator up because it's easier, basically. So where did I save the captures? Pardon me. Okay, all Paris, that one, snapshot, no, all trainers, all cheats activated, ocean title screen. Okay, so let me pause this real quick, because it's probably going to be fucking loud. Can't remember what pause is. Alt and pause. Okay, so Alt and pause. Right, this game was basically that didn't fucking pause, did it? Okay, I'll load it back in. This was a game that was on the Commodore 64 that I used to play when I was a kid, when I was about 15, 16, and I've always wanted to clone it. I've always wanted to rewrite it. So basically this is the intro, and then it goes into the game. So I'll start it off. So it starts off like that. Ocean presents. I may need to turn the audio down on it, because it's probably going to be fucking loud. And it does the whole mental stimulation Chris Yates, visual stimulation John Hare, oral stimulation Martin Galloway, and then it says in, and then you get this noise with the parallax scroller going round. So this is basically the intro to Parallax, right? And it does that, and then it goes, and I know the music's cheesy, but it does that, and it does the today's best score, blah 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 blah. Right, and then you start the game, which I can't remember what the fucking keys are to start. Right control, and it goes into the game. So that's basically the game. I don't know what the keys are, but that's the game on an emulator on the Commodore 64. So you get the idea of that. So what I've done so far, if I go into my, let me see, if I go true and then I turn it down to false so it's normal speed, and then if I hit play, like I said, I'm basically cloning it, and I'll have to bring the thing all the way over. So it starts off like that. Ocean presents, basically the same as what you just seen on the Commodore 64 emulator. Sensible software production. So mental simulation Chris Yates. Visual stimulation John Hare. Oral stimulation Martin Galloway, but then I put at the bottom, because I can, clone, remake by me. And then again, it'll say in, and then again, I do the same thing. My Parallax moves around a little bit more smooth, and it's not exactly the same as the original, but it's close enough. And again, it comes up the bottom, the text, and then it switches into the high score thing, just like the original. And then it switches back to the intro again, the flashy flash thing. And again, mine, if you hit space, it starts into the game. That's probably quite loud. I've got a bit of an issue with the shader at the moment, but principally it's the game Parallax, and you can shoot, as you can see. You can kill baddies. You don't get no score or not like that, but I've got, like I said, an issue with the shader. That's what you can see, the pixels flicking like fuck. I don't know what's causing that. You've got warp pads, which some reason did I turn off? I must have turned them off. But I managed to put the whole level in. The shader, what it does is all my colours are all blue, but each of the levels on Parallax are different colours, like the next level's green or whatever. So what I did was I used a shader that's a pixel swap, or pixel shader colour swapper. So when I go to the end of level 1 and move on to level 2, it'll switch from blue to green. And then when I go from green to the next one, blah blah blah. But I've turned all the levels off at the moment. But the levels themselves look like... I'll turn them on. Show you the whole level. Which I ripped this to shit, basically. There's level 2, there's level 3. I basically ripped it to shit and put it all in. You know, so if you go into the game, it's just one huge fucking level, which you sort of scroll around. It took me a while to do it, but it worked for me. So yeah, these, as you'll see here, these little things are the science huts. What you can do is you can land your plane like there, get your little guy out and walk into a science hut, and then you've got to try and find a scientist. You can go into the computers and stuff like that. So I'm currently working on the prototype for the science hut, which is these things. So that's basically what I'm prototyping. Do I want to save the current project? Yeah, fuck it. That's what I'm prototyping at the moment. So I'm in the process of trying to get the text and the positioning of the computer. When you go up to one of the rooms, you can go into a computer, and as you approach, like you'd come into this little room and you'd sort of walk up to that block there, and as you walk up to the block, the computer appears on the right. You insert your card, which you've captured a scientist, you've stole his card, you've got your card, you go and you can buy stuff, sell stuff and stuff like that. That's basically what I'm doing at the moment. But if I don't do this on a Sunday, I'll never get this fucking shit done. And I know it's only a hobby, but I'll never get it done. There's obviously a stream on a Friday and Saturday on Twitch, and the rest of the week's spent with the wife, because, you know, like I said before, happy spouse, happy house, that type of thing. So that is what I'm doing. Well, that's what I'm doing for the next 9 minutes, because obviously I'm going to be signing off around 7. I don't want to do too long of a stream. And now I obviously know as well, and I've just tried to launch Black Desert Online for some reason. Now I also know the 638 thing still happened. I'll just go to my machine, check, did it go offline? Because my OBS said it discom knockerated. Go all the way down to the bottom. Yep, 1842. It did exactly the same thing, so Comcast has still got the issue. Huh. Well, let me send that text before I forget right now. I just know I'm going to have to maybe stop streaming about 6 o'clock or something like that, or start streaming after 7. So I'll go, nope, oops, nope, still did it. 642. Where's my colon? Not my colon, my colon. No, it's not that one. Seriously? What the fuck? Oh, it's B. My eyesight's shit. 652 tonight. T-O-N-G-H-T. Okay, let's send him the text so he knows. Okay, good. Anyways, so that's basically what I'm doing. But I think right now, see, I need to keep this so I can just see what is where. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to position it. It's going to pull over there. So the top line and the bottom line. Suppose. What's that one? Bottom line could probably go right down to the bottom line, couldn't it? As close to the bottom as possible. Maybe a couple of pixels off. I'll just position these and then I think I'll call it 6. Okay, so that moves down to there. And he can probably go down to there. He can probably go down to, no, he needs to go to 232. No, not 234, 232. Yeah, because if that was like that, there's enough space in between the two now. Top line could probably come down. So it's just below. But I still think I'm going to have to do some form of maths where, depending on the words or the letters, sort of thing. Yeah. So if it's like 6 letters long, it works out. Yeah, I suppose I could do. See, computer bank is the, I think, the maximum amount of letters. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I thought that was 12. Did I not have that text as 12? 12 by 10. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make the. I think I'm gonna have to make that box just like 110%. I think I'm gonna have to reposition that because I had a 12 by 10 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. Where are you? See, the science room with the computer. Let me view these real quick and I'll even show you. You see, the original had a little bit of a space between the computer and the edge, and probably at the end there, so I'm gonna have to make this a little bit bigger, I think, just a smidge, so at least the top and the bottom is level with the top and the bottom on there. So I think by making it 110%, that would probably work. Maybe, let me just try 105. See what happens. Okay, I can move it up a bit as well. I think, yeah, a little bit more, I think. Should have maybe done 110, but okay. Okay, so if I now move it left, probably go up to 60 and then left to 400 maybe. Nope, 410. Okay, so that gives me a little bit more play and wiggle room. I need to move that number 4 up a bit so I can see. It's similar. It doesn't have to be exact, but it's close. But as you can see on this one, obviously it was like centered the word please, insert, and your card was all centered. So I'll have to probably work on that as well. But I think for that I will call it for now, because I've done enough for tonight. I will play a little bit of Elder Scrolls with the wife later. But I'm gonna save that out. I'm gonna save that out. I'm gonna quit this. I'm gonna exit. Yes, I want to quit. So for anybody and everybody who's been around, yeah, see that dropped again, 6:55, saying I'm live. That's the fucking internet here. It's fucking shit. But yeah, for everyone who was being around, everyone who was lurking, everybody who spoke in chat, I appreciate you all. I'm going to disappear. I'm going to say goodnight on this one. I'll be back on Friday, 7:30 Eastern, to do some more games. Again Saturday, and then some more coding next Sunday. But I will see you all soon, so have fun, and I will speak to you very soon. Peace.